Long before he became an international sports icon commanding absolute fascination under the bright arena lights, Lennox Lewis was forged in East London.
Born in London and raised in Canada, this tall, exceptionally athletic youth discovered his passion for boxing during his teenage years. Lennox did not enter the ring out of a simple desire for cheap internet fame. His primary goal was to construct a disciplined, highly technical physical framework to conquer the global amateur ranks. He rapidly developed an extraordinary biological framework, combining long reach, fast footwork, and a powerful right hand from early on. Representing Canada at the 1988 Seoul Olympic Games, he captured the super heavyweight gold medal by knocking out future world champion Riddick Bowe in dramatic fashion. Lewis proved very early on that he was a completely unique breed of pugilist, a calm, calculated giant fully destined to permanently redefine heavyweight boxing history. What truly transformed Lennox Lewis from an Olympic standout into an absolute mythical figure within the global fight community was his mind. He approached every single bout like a high-stakes grandmaster playing a mental game of chess, refusing to engage in mindless brawling. Standing at 6 feet 5 inches with an 84-inch reach, his authoritative left jab kept aggressive knockout artists trapped at a safe distance while he set up his lethal right cross with precision. He controlled the ring space with absolute, stoic calm, waiting for panicked opponents to overextend before delivering short, devastating counters. This cerebral, highly disciplined tactical approach turned his early professional fights into masterclasses of spatial management and distance control. Lewis proved to the world that raw physical power, when guided by strategic intelligence, creates an impenetrable shield capable of dismantling any style inside the square circle. The absolute historical pinnacle of Lennox's professional career was realized during his iconic unification battles against legend Evander Holyfield.
In 1999, after a controversial draw in their first meeting that outraged global boxing purists, Lewis stepped into the high-stakes rematch with laser focus.
Standing under the bright arena lights, he outboxed, outjabbed, and systematically controlled his dangerous rival over 12 dominant rounds to capture all the major belts. Capturing the WBC, WBA, and IBF world titles simultaneously, he officially became the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Historic triumph cemented his status as the undisputed ruler of a glorious division, solidifying his name in gold letters worldwide. Lewis proved to his generation that true greatness is earned through relentless technical dominance, establishing himself firmly among the absolute elite pugilists to ever grace the ring. While his unification win earned him all the gold belts, one single historic megafight forever immortalized Lennox in pop culture history. In 2002, inside a packed arena in Memphis, Tennessee, he met the dangerous Iron Mike Tyson in the most anticipated heavyweight clash of the decade. Standing under the blinding lights, Lewis executed a flawless tactical game plan, neutralizing Tyson's early explosive lunges with heavy jabs and clinches before taking full control. In the 8th round, Lennox unleashed a crushing right hook that sent Tyson crashing to the canvas, winning by iconic knockout. That spectacular victory silenced every lingering critic, demonstrating his overwhelming physical superiority over the most feared puncher in sports history. That viral moment solidified Lennox as the undisputed king of his era, proving that long reach, composure, and tactical brilliance will always conquer raw, chaotic violence inside the ring. The absolute final chapter of Lennox's professional competitive career arrived in 2003 during a brutal, short-notice war against Vitaly Klitschko. Entering the ring slightly out of shape against a hungry, massive Ukrainian contender, Lewis found himself in a violent, high-tempo brawl from the opening bell. Instead of panicking under pressure, Lennox dug deep into his inner reservoir of warrior spirit, landing terrifying uppercuts that tore open severe cuts across his rival's face. The fight was stopped after 6 breathless rounds due to deep facial lacerations, securing a dramatic doctor stoppage victory for the champion. Having successfully defended his world title against the next generation's premier monster, Lewis chose to retire at the absolute top of the sport. He stepped away as a reigning world champion, leaving an immortal legacy that validated his status as one of the greatest heavyweights to ever put on gloves. The true, undeniable measure of Lennox's greatness as a professional fighter was his extraordinary ability to avenge every single career loss. Throughout his long career, he suffered only 2 surprising knockout defeats against Oliver McCall and Hazem Rahman during high-altitude distractions. Instead of falling into despair, Lewis triggered immediate rematch clauses, returning to the ring with absolute, terrifying focus to knock out both men in dramatic, one-sided fashion. By defeating every single opponent he ever faced in his professional career, he joined a super-exclusive club of boxing immortals. This remarkable record proved that his initial setbacks were mere temporary flukes rather than structural flaws in his boxing system. Lewis demonstrated to the sports world that a true champion is defined by how decisively he corrects mistakes, re-establishing his total physical and mental dominance over the division every single time. The vital turning point in Lennox's career development occurred when he joined forces with legendary Hall of Fame trainer Emanuel Steward. Working together inside the famous Kronk gym environment, Steward refined Lewis's style, transforming a talented athletic puncher into a complete fighting machine. Steward emphasized the dominant use of a heavy, snapping jab, superior foot positioning, and aggressive killer instinct whenever an opponent showed visible signs of hurt. Their fighter-coach dynamic became famous throughout sports history for its calm, strategic clarity during high-stakes championship rounds. Steward helped Lennox eliminate technical flaws, ensuring he utilized his massive physical height and reach advantages to their fullest capacity. The Lewis-Steward partnership stands as a definitive gold standard for coaching relationships, proving that expert guidance elevates an elite athlete into an invincible world champion. A major definitive factor that set Lennox apart from every heavyweight contender of his era was his absolute, peerless left jab. He did not throw soft, point-scoring jabs, he drove his entire shoulder through the punch, turning the lead hand into a heavy battering ram. This brutal weapon systematically snapped his opponent's heads back, broke their rhythm, and caused severe swelling around their eyes within the opening minutes of action. He used his long jab to measure spatial distance with surgical precision, establishing a defensive wall that prevented brawlers from entering the pocket. Once his opponents became hesitant and preoccupied with defending the jab, he opened up dangerous lanes for his signature straight right cross. This masterclass in jab mechanics remains a textbook study for boxing coaches worldwide, proving that the jab is the supreme key to ring dominance. Beyond his devastating right hand and historic championship belts, Lennox earned global reverence for his quiet, dignified personal demeanor. In an era increasingly characterized by vulgar trash talk, street altercations, and manufactured promotion drama, he remained a shining monument to traditional sportsmanship.
He approached every press conference and weigh-in with cool composure, refusing to let wild rival antics break his deep mental focus.
He carried himself like a true king both inside and outside the square circle, representing the sport of boxing with utmost elegance and honor. This dignified approach earned him widespread respect from media commentators, international sponsors, and hardcore purists across the globe. Lewis proved to the sports landscape that an elite heavyweight champion can reach the absolute peak of a brutal sport while maintaining total self-control and moral integrity. Throughout the golden 90s, sports analysts frequently debated whether Lennox was the most complete heavyweight built by nature. He possessed an unprecedented combination of super heavyweight dimensions, elite athleticism, and genuine boxing skill that overwhelmed smaller classic fighters. Weighing a lean 240 pounds in peak condition, he possessed the physical strength to bully opponents in clinches while outpacing them on the outside. He proved that a modern giant did not have to be slow or clumsy, moving with the fluid agility of a middleweight when sliding off the center line. His ability to adapt his style to face speedsters, heavy punchers, and tall contenders made him virtually unbeatable over a 12-round distance. Lewis set a brand new physical blueprint for the modern heavyweight division, demonstrating that size combined with elite technique is the ultimate combat force.
Following his official retirement from active competition at the peak of his fame, Lennox transitioned smoothly into a highly respected global boxing ambassador. He served as an expert television commentator for major network broadcasts, sharing his profound technical insights with millions of viewers worldwide. Lewis devoted his time to supporting youth boxing programs, hosting charitable events, and mentoring young athletes across the United Kingdom, Canada, and America. He was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in his very first year of eligibility, securing his permanent place among legends. Hardcore purists and sports historians continue to rank him among the top 5 greatest heavyweight champions of all time.
Lewis proved that his legacy extended far beyond physical trophies, etching his name forever into the fabric of sports history as a true master of the pugilistic art.
12. An eternal heavyweight blueprint. Lennox Lewis has permanently etched his name into the absolute upper echelon of sports history, leaving behind an untouchable, timeless blueprint.
He will forever be revered as the lion of the heavyweight division who successfully proved that intelligence, physical power, and discipline conquer all. His incredible life journey serves as a powerful reminder that sharp focus, structured strategy, and an unbreakable spirit will always stand the test of time. Future generations of heavyweight boxers will continually analyze his historic title fights, his dominant jab mechanics, and his masterful ring generalship, trying in vain to replicate his magic.
He showed the entire world that a champion could achieve legendary immortality by remaining fiercely true to his tactical principles, defeating every challenger, and retiring as an undisputed king. The British-Canadian legend has permanently etched his name in gold, leaving an unforgettable mark.